Hello, Aviator fans. This is your Columbus Aviator News for Monday, February 23rd, 2026. Welcome in. Hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any news when it drops here on the OHIO podcast for the Columbus Aviators. And of course, say hi down in the comments section below. Let me know how your Monday's going. Let me know how excited you are for Aviator football. Would love to hear your takes down in the comments section below. We have a roster move we want to discuss first. We have an audio clip from a former Buckeye who is the linebacker coach and special teams coordinator for the Columbus Aviators. And the Aviators have released pictures as camp has begun up in Cleveland, Ohio for the Columbus Aviators. Let's get right into it. First roster move last week. This is big offensive lineman Noah Atogai, who obviously, as you can see in the picture, played for Weber State. Also played for the UFL last year. And the 6'6", 325-pound blocker will be looking for a new team because he was released by the Aviators last week after playing for Houston last season. So Noah is no longer with the team. However, they did get a replacement rather quickly. I mean, it was like a day later, and bada boom, bada bing, there he is. That would be one Wisdom Quarshai, possibly. Anyways, Wisdom, I can pronounce that name, is going to be coming to the Aviators as an offensive guard as well after playing at Temple in his collegiate career. Had 46 games started over 6 seasons in college football, and now the right guard will be looking to make his professional debut in Columbus if he can make the football team. So that is the roster moves from last week. This is going to be happening a whole lot more as camp has now started. You're going to see guys get released. You're going to see guys get cut, and then you might see them go after some other guys too who also get released or cut by other UFL teams. So keep that in mind. As we hear it, we'll report it over on theohiopodcast.com. Just click on the Aviators link at the top, Columbus Aviators. There you'll see all of our articles. And when we get some news that breaks, we will let you know. We will write an article. We will also post it on our social media. Links below for Facebook as well. So go check that out. Here is an audio clip from Larry Grant. Larry Grant is the linebacker coach, special teams coordinator for the Columbus Aviators. I'm going to play the audio clip and then we're going to talk about it a little bit.
One thing I'm going to point out to you guys, man, special teams is the key. I was a guy who went 216 in the draft, picked 216, ended up being a day one starter. And they asked me how. I worked my ass off on special teams. I was a punt returner. Thank God Ted came to Carolina 4 years later to help me get away from punt return. But at the end of the day, I worked my ass off on special teams. Because when they play around with these numbers in the NFL, in the UFL, they play about numbers who can be active on game day. Special teams play a part in that. So make sure you put your best foot forward on special teams. If your guys want to get to the next level, get your ass on those special teams. Play hard.
There you go. Larry Grant right there, ladies and gentlemen, talking about special teams. He was a former Buckeye, by the way. Teammate of Ted Ginn Jr.'s, played at Ohio State. As he said, he was a 7th-round pick number 214 in the final round of the 2008 NFL Draft. Originally played his high school ball in the state of Georgia before coming to Columbus, Ohio to be a Buckeye. His NFL playing career consisted of San Francisco and then the St. Louis Rams for 3 seasons, back to San Francisco for 2, and then the Chicago Bears for 1 year, the Cleveland Browns He was on a practice squad for 1 year in 2014 when his NFL career came to an end. Got into coaching in 2021 as a defensive analyst at UNLV and then became a high school football coach before getting his opportunity to coach with Ted Ginn Jr. in Columbus, Ohio, again as the linebacker coach and special teams coordinator. His NFL career consisted of 95 total tackles, 5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. He was the defensive player of the year in 2005 at Ohio State. Before he got to Ohio State, he played some time in the junior college level. In 2005, he was a defensive player of the year in junior college as well. Again, before he got to Ohio State. He was the number one prospect coming out of junior college when he was picked up by Ohio State following a season down in JUCO. So Ohio State goes out and they get Larry Grant to coach the linebackers and special teams. As you can hear there's a ton of passion there, and he's talking about the fact that there's just limited space on a roster in the UFL. They don't have a ton of roster room, so you're going to have to be able to play special teams, whether you play offense, whether you play defense, whether you're one of the better and more important players on the Aviators roster or not. You're going to have to play special teams, and so he's talking about making sure that you make your mark on special teams. That's one way to make sure you get noticed. Now, the Columbus Aviators are, like I said, they've started camp. They're on, I think, day number 3 already of a spring camp, and they're doing so up in Cleveland, Ohio. Boy, it's awful cold up in Cleveland. These pictures are them practicing on, I still call it the Jacobs Field. I think it's Progressive Field now, up in Cleveland. But here are some released photographs from the Columbus Aviators social media team. Ted Ginn Jr. Doing some talking, looking rather dapper there on the sideline um, as he continues to start his coaching career here in Columbus. So Ted Ginn Jr. smiling with the shades on in the sunshine. Here is the quarterback, Jalen McClendon, getting ready to drop back and throw a pass. Got the do not touch red jersey on there. But there is the quarterback, Jalen McClendon. And a lot of the Aviators' success in year number 1 is going to obviously depend on his success at the quarterback position. Well, from quarterback to cornerback in the secondary, this is cornerback DJ Miller here getting ready to do some backpedaling as he looks like he's going one-on-one, possibly with a receiver in a drill. But this is DJ Miller going to be the starting cornerback for the Aviators. And then at wide receiver, not to be undone, but on the other side of the ball again, this is Aesop Winston, wide receiver Aesop Winston, who is looking in over at the quarterback to get that last signal call so he knows exactly what route to run as the Columbus Aviators begin their 2026 inaugural camp. So that is the news for the Columbus Aviators. We got some roster movement. We've got some audio clips from the coaching staff. A little talk about Larry Grant there, your linebacker special teams coordinator. We'll have some more information for all of you in the coming days as more information is released by the UFL and by the Columbus Aviators. Looking forward to covering them for you right here on the OHIO podcast. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss it when we drop new content. And of course, the best way you can help us grow, other than subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button, is leave a comment for us down in the comment section below. That way, more great Aviator fans just like yourself can get notified of this YouTube channel and get excited like you are for Columbus Aviators. Looking forward to the season. Looking forward to covering this football team for all of you right here at the OHIO podcast. Have a great Monday. We'll be back with more Aviator content for you right here on the OHIO podcast.